Kari is a Tier 3 certified Baptiste Power Yoga instructor living in Portland, Oregon. If you'd like to support this free content, please consider joining my Patreon and leaving a comment and review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or YouTube. If you'd like to learn more, visit my website at www.luminousrecoveryyoga.com.
Hello, my friend. Let's practice. Begin in child's pose. Make your way to your mat with your knees open. Sink your booty back and rest your forehead either on the floor or your stacked hands. Begin by noticing your breath. Without doing anything or changing anything about yourself, start to notice the flow of breath moving in and out. Allow your body to feel heavy against the earth, nestled and supported. Build a rapport with your breathing. Continue to notice the flow of air moving through you. Press your palms down and find a slight engagement of your lower belly drawn in towards your spine. And then gently make your way up to a tabletop position on all fours. Take your hands slightly forward of your shoulders so you're not putting any extra pressure on your wrists. Start by dropping your belly, lift the center of your chest. Stay here for a full round of breath in and out. And now press the floor away, round your upper back, tuck your chin to your chest. Stay for a full round of breath in and out. Now begin to move your body through some rounds of cat and cow. Stay committed to moving your body with your breath. And notice any areas of tension or tightness. You can move at any pace that feels good to you, fast, slow, or anything in between. Most importantly, continue to focus on the flow of air and the intention behind your movement. This is not a practice about getting it right or nailing the perfect pose. This is a practice about coming home to your body and your breath. And everything else is just details. Stay committed to the present moment. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Try this. Extend your right leg behind you. Put the balls of your foot on the floor. Start by pressing the ball of your foot down and rock back and forth a little bit to create some sensation in the back of your right leg. Now, float your right foot off the floor. Flex your foot. Extend your left arm in front of you with your thumb pointing up. Set your gaze forward. Look beyond your mat. Hug your belly in. Take a breath. Hug your elbow to your knee, right down your center line. Inhale forward and back. Elbow to knee, exhale. Forward and back, inhale. Elbow to knee, exhale. One more, forward and back. Elbow to knee, hold it here. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Listen, forward and back. Extend your fingers forward and your foot back. Now bend your right knee. Reach behind you with your left hand. Try to catch your right foot. If you have your right foot in your left hand, kick your foot into your hand and lift the center of your chest. If you can't reach for your foot today, just continue to reach in the direction of your foot. And if you have your foot, you might notice a little opening on either side of your body. Keep breathing. Now, without slingshotting, slowly release your foot, bring your hand back to the floor, and set your knee back on the earth. And we'll take the other side. Start by extending your left leg behind you. First, put the ball of your foot on the floor and just take some motions back and forth, pressing yourself forward and back to create some sensation in the back of your left leg. Notice what you notice. What parts of your body spark and light up when you bring movement and intention into those areas? Slowly float your left foot off the floor, flex your foot, extend your right arm in front of you with your thumb pointing up. Start by looking forward, hug your belly in, press down everything touching the earth, and lift everything else up. Take a breath in, elbow to knee down center line. Forward and back inhale, elbow to knee exhale. Forward and back inhale, elbow to knee exhale. Hold it here. Hug your knee towards your chest. Pull your elbow in. You're here for 3. You've got this. 2, 1. Extend forward and back. Now bend your left knee, reach behind you with your right hand. Try to catch your right hand to your left foot. So you're crossing your hand over your body to reach for your foot behind you. You're creating somewhat of a backward bend here by pressing your foot into your hand. Lift the center of your chest and set your eyes somewhere that helps you to create stability. Always remember to set your gaze wherever you are and focus your breath. These are principles that follow us in each and every pose. And if you can't reach your foot today, kick your foot as if you could. Lift your chest anyway. Create the action in the pose, regardless of what it looks like. With control and grace, release your foot from your hand, return back to a tabletop. Take a round of cat and cow to reset. Make your way to downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is not your wisdom posture, meaning it doesn't work in your body, you can take puppy pose by resting your forehead on the floor and creating the same length in your spine. If you're in downward facing dog, start by moving around. Walk your dog out. Bend your knees, sway your hips, find your hands at least shoulder width apart to create stability in your downward dog pose. Spread your fingers out. Pick your heels up, bend your knees, look to your thumbs, step your feet to your hands. When you get there, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, draw your shoulder blades in. Bow forward ragdoll, catch opposite elbows, open your feet hip width or wider, soften your knees generously, and allow the weight of your head to reach towards the floor. You're creating extension in the backside of your body. Use the weight of your arms and your head as passive stretching. And you can shake from side to side, you could bounce and sway, any movement that feels natural to you. Give that to yourself today. Tap in to what feels good, what feels natural to you. Release your elbows, bring your hands to your hips. Press into your feet, high mountain pose. Reach your arms over your head. Interlace all 10 of your fingers. Flip your palms to the ceiling, root into your heels, and press your hands up as though you could touch the sky with your palms. Take a big, long, full body stretch. Open up the front side of your body. And then pull your palms to touch at the center of your chest. Pause here a moment. Notice the earth beneath your feet. Notice the breath in your lungs. Take stock of what is happening right now, this present moment. High mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Bow forward, hug your belly in, slowly bow, soften your knees on the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen tailbone to crown, stretch the crown of your head forward. Listen, step your left foot back, low lunge. Keep your knee off the floor. Tent your fingers underneath you or put a block under each one of your hands. Start by lifting the center of your chest and firm up your back leg. Use the support of your legs and your tented fingers to lift the center of your chest. Plank pose. Step your right foot back to meet your left. You can always take plank pose on your knees. You can come there immediately or stay on your toes. Whatever you're doing, press your hands down, pull your belly in, set your eyes forward. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Press the floor away or puppy pose. Take the pose that feels good in your body. Set your eyes to the back of your mat and find your calm breath. Stretch your left leg behind you. Step through low lunge. Keep your knee off the floor. Tent your fingers or put blocks under your hands. Lift the center of your chest. Gaze forward. Draw your shoulder blades back. Hug everything into your center line. Use the parts of your body touching the floor to create stability. Everything else lifts up. Take a breath. Forward fold. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Mountain pose, press down, rise up. Palms touch at your chest, pause. Mountain pose, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Step your right foot back, low lunge. Lift the center of your chest. Plank pose, left foot goes back to meet right. Set your eyes forward. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog, press the floor away. Set your gaze to the back. Take a breath. Stretch your right leg behind you. Step through low lunge. Lift the center of your chest. Step to the top of your mat. Bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Press down, rise up, mountain pose. Palms touch at the center of your chest. Tree pose on the right. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left leg, anywhere above or below the knee. It could be at your ankle as a kickstand, your calf, or you can reach for your foot and snuggle it into your thigh. Press your foot into your leg back into your foot. Imagine creating a root system with your heel grounding into the earth, your leg the trunk by squeezing everything in towards your midline, a gentle pulling in of your belly, and lift the center of your chest. It's not about what the pose looks like. It's about how you feel in the pose, about the power you generate. Notice that and let that be your guide today. Set your eyes to something stable. And if you want to find a new expression for your pose, you can begin to reach your arms over your head. You might even interlace your hands behind your back. What is the next right thing? Slowly, gently bring everything back to the center with control. Ground your feet to the earth. Arms reach up, take a big full stretch. Palms touch at the center of your chest. Take the left side of tree. You have a kickstand, you have a calf, or you have your thigh. Choose what would work for you on this side of your body. Create that strong root system. Press your heel down. Lift the crown of your head up. your foot and your leg in symbiotic connection, pressing into one another to create a strong center. And then the lift of your chest. You decide the next right variation. You might play for a bind behind you, or maybe your arms go overhead, or maybe you stay right where you are because you feel stable and powerful just as you are. Do the next right thing. And we'll be here for a couple of breaths. And slowly, gently bring everything back to center. With control, ground both feet. Sweep your arms over your head, take a big breath. Bring your palms to touch at the center of your chest and pause. Take a moment to notice how you feel. You took the time out of your day to get onto your mat and practice your yoga. Now notice how you feel. Maybe something has shifted. My friend, I bring my thumbs to the center of my forehead, and I bow my head to you and towards my heart. In honor of you and me, and this practice that we share, I bow to you and say namaste.